in this session today, not because you have joined this conference, but because you are sitting here in this room in the last session. This is the last session for the second day conference. That makes more comfortable and that makes you more committed to learn AI. Okay. What you can do in the B2B segment and other AI in finance. I will cover some of the topics what we will be seeing today, and the next speaker, Mr. Ganesh, also will show you on the what exactly you can do with the GPT in your own system. So stay hold to this room, don't go anywhere till the last of this session. Okay. So let me give you some insights. Do you believe what is the biggest revenue segment of Big Four? It's not audit, it's not taxation, it is primarily the tech consulting. Okay, so we definitely need to embrace the AI and learn the AI, adopt the AI tools. The CA firms, the individual people on the job, the faster you adopt the AI technology, the brighter and the faster you will grow in your journey. You are in practice or you are in job. So get geared for aligning and adopting to the AI. I have kept the topic name Building the Autonomous CFO Office of the Future. When I picked this topic, my vision is just to imagine how the self-driving car. When anybody talks to you about self-driving car, what comes to your mind? You will get into the car, you will put the address in the GPS, no driver in the car, and the car will take you where you want to go more safely than the real driver, correct? So now imagine the same thing when we talk about the CFO office of the future. Okay, it has to be an autonomous office where whatever is the finance function today, that has to run automatically. Okay. Today what you are doing, the invoice comes to you on the email or physically from the vendor. Then you hand over that invoice to your accounting team. They will punch on the invoices in the accounting system, whether it's a Tally, Zoho, NetSuite. So most of the companies, I will say 90-95% of the companies, including the mid-sized companies, even if they have a SAP, NetSuite and similar ERPs, they are still punching the invoice manually, and you will be able to correlate that the accuracy level of your team, even if what not, there will be an error in the invoice number. Your ERP system currently will give a duplicate invoice error, and your team will put a backslash and move on. And they will record the duplicate invoice, and sometimes it gets paid also. Okay, so all those things has to move away to automation, to AI. So let's look at how we can help CFO office to become the autonomous in the future. A great inflection point today. Whatever we have been doing for last 20-25 years, trust me, everything is gonna change, and that change is not far away. I used to fly, there was an 8th class course. I used to fly every Saturday compared to the night. 2 years back, what I learned, it has completely changed today. Even 2 weeks back, I attended an AI master class. What I learned 2 weeks back, it has changed today. Even ChatGPT, every week, you will see they are releasing something or other. Okay, they are releasing ChatGPT 5 now. 2 weeks back, they released agentic AI. So within the ChatGPT itself, you can create multiple AI agents that can help you. As Vidya told, the software, the AI, the technology has become democratized. Okay, anybody today can use the technology with a fraction of the cost. What I tell my team, whatever tool the biggest industries have access, the same tool you have access. If Reliance has to use a tool in the AI, the same tool a small and medium enterprise can use, and it is highly affordable. not the free tool. There most of the tool has a free version as well, but paid tool also comes in a $20 subscription. So it is highly affordable, and just you need to learn AI, adopt AI, and use AI. So traditional finance function has been very manual and very repetitive, okay, and it has been reactive. You will take a decision and it will take a lot of time for the data processing, but today everything has to move fast. The investor wants faster result, the shareholder wants faster result, and if you as a finance function and you as a CA helping your team for the finance function has to wait and give results and MIS, all these things to your client at a later point of time and being only reactive, let me tell you, you will be thrown out eventually. You cannot. So AI is no longer optional, okay, it has to be adopted by all of us to move fast, and it will become the strategic advantage of the CA community. So modern CFO, what they are asking basically. Earlier, the CFO was used to be a compliance gatekeeper, okay. You give the MIS to the shareholder on time and do the compliance and ensure in the audit no red flags. Our accounting and compliance needs. Definitely by default the expectation of the CFO today will be drive efficiency, okay. I was talking to somebody this afternoon at our stall at outside. They have 20 finance function team, accounting team who are doing the data entry for the invoices for their client, okay, and every day the team is sitting till 9 o'clock, till 10 o'clock to punch the invoices, okay, and he was searching for some tool for last 3 months that the tool can solve the problem of their team. They can go home on time and bring efficiency and improve the accuracy rate, okay. So that is all now possible with the AI. You just need to ensure that you are searching for the right tool. Now the compliances, again through AI, it will happen on a real-time basis. You don't have to wait for the month end to review whether your team has deducted TDS correctly, whether GST accounting, SGST, CGST, IGST has happened correctly or not. The AI will do all this review on a real-time basis from 1st to 7th to pay TDS and then GST and then whatnot. The CFO are expected to do the predictive analysis. What is the cash flow required? Okay. When we need the cash flow, and more particularly in the Bangalore culture, okay, with the startup culture, everybody talks about the runway. Okay, how much runway you have. So the CFO has to ensure that on a real-time basis, he is able to give the runway to the founder, runway to the investor, and arrange for more funding if required before you finish your runway. Okay. Why AI is disrupting the finance now? Why not before? And why can't we wait few more years? Okay. So earlier, so AI has been there for long, but it was not generative AI. Okay. Now the AI has been generative AI. I will not go much in detail what is generative AI, but it will do the self-learning and regenerate the data for his own learning and learn. Okay. So earlier, if you talk about the say AP function, we used to capture the invoices, and there was an OCR technology where you just take a photo and send the invoice, and OCR will slice and dice the data and give you the data in this format. That was very, very restricted. If any new format will come, the invoice will get stuck. If there is a handwritten invoice, the OCR cannot read the handwritten invoice. Okay. Now with AI, everything has become possible. You give any format of the invoice, you take out any format from the world, give it to AI. AI knows how to read that invoice and give you the exactly the data what you need for your accounting. Okay. So why it has come now and why it is important now? Let's understand. So the data The lot of data is unstructured format. Okay. Your ERP or the software works on the structured data. Okay. You define the field and they will recognize the field and they will do the work for you. But AI does work, and fantastically they help you with the unstructured data. You just need to dump the data in the AI in any format what you have, and you just ask the AI to analyze the data and they will analyze and give it to you. So now there are a lot of tools in the market which will help CA community to improve their efficiency at least 5x. Let me tell you, at least 5x you can improve your productivity by the use of AI. Okay, anything you want, just go to any GPT model, write your question in the right manner and they will guide you how to do that. Okay, so all this unstructured data is helping the AI adoption significantly because the turnaround time is very less. Okay, even if you need some model to be developed in the evening and you sit a couple of hours since morning, you will be able to develop the AI model. And let me tell you, you do not need much technical knowledge. Okay, I was attending a seminar on the AI 3 weeks back. They shown us a ready-made tool, okay, which has already integrated 2,600 other software and ERP in the world. So you name it and they have already integrated it for you. So as a non-tech background person, whether you are from the finance, you are a CA, you do not need any technical knowledge to develop your own AI tool. You can just go and develop the tool. So that is the advantage of the unstructured data through AI. As we discussed, there is a huge pressure from the investor, from the stakeholders for the faster data processing. So this is the right time for the AI adoption. Okay, and advances in AI like natural language processing. You don't need coding. The way you order to your team member, in the same language you can ask GPT, give me this and they will give you that. So this will increase the adoption very, very fast. And if you would have seen the news 1 week back, GPT has announced a very special pricing for India. Okay, some 299 or 399 rupees only. Okay, so this will accelerate the adoption of AI much faster now. Okay, self-driving car. Okay, CFO, he will just walk into the office and everything will be done, taken care by AI. Few are the examples which will be automated very soon. There are a lot of tools available in the market like AI-driven transaction processing. It can be AP, it can be AR, it can be GL, reconciliation. Like our tool for the AP automation, we are saving 90% of the manual effort. Okay, you just need to send the invoice to the email ID. You will give your email ID to the vendor to send the invoice and just sit and relax. Vendor will send the invoice on the email and everything will be done by the AI, will come on your dashboard for approval. Once you approve, it will go into your ERP, whatever ERP you have. Okay. Similarly, there are a lot of tools for the AR, for the GL reconciliation. Every tool is available in the market. You just need to find the right tool and adopt it. Predictive cash flow analysis. Okay. Scenario planning, risk alert. All these are doable now with the help of AI. Touchless compliances and continuous control. As I speak a couple of minutes back, that TDS, GST compliances, you don't have to wait for the month end. It will happen regularly and it will happen with 100% accuracy. Okay. No need to wait for anybody, any human to give you control for that. AI-powered decision support for the CFO. So these are the 4 factors which will drive the autonomous CFO office of the future, and it is must and it is coming. We cannot neglect it anymore. Real world example, invoice processing transformation, how it will happen. Okay, if you look at the traditional way, what currently most of the people are doing, okay, manual data entry, you will have a delayed approval, invoice will keep floating on the emails of the approver, he will forget, he is traveling,
then somebody has to remind him after 2 days, and vendor payments get delayed. Then human errors. As I told, 70 to 80% only accuracy is there when your team is doing the accounting. Okay. Then incorrect GL code, and similarly there are a lot of human errors. Okay. Sometimes duplicate invoice recording and all. Now if you see how the AI is transforming this particular space of the AP, automated data extraction from the invoice through email or WhatsApp. Okay. You just email the invoice or WhatsApp the invoice and everything is taken care. Even your GL code for your company will be classified based on the AI. Okay. Based on your historical data, AI will select with 100% accuracy, let me tell you, with 100% accuracy. Okay. Processing time reduced significantly. Okay. If say for example, particularly you have a multi-line item invoice, say 10 item, 20 item, 30 line item invoice, your team will take 30-40 minutes to punch an invoice. AI will do that job in a fraction of a minute. Okay, with accuracy. Then workflow automation, it will automatically send the invoice for your approval as per your company approval metrics. Say you may have a approval metrics up to 1 lakh 1 person, more than 1 lakh 3%. So AI will send to those people who are approving the invoices. There is no chance of skipping the approval metrics and no headache of auditor coming back to you at the year end that this invoice is not properly approved. Okay. And then ERP integration, yes. Everything will happen automatically. Now, AI opportunity map, and this is valid for everybody, including CA in practice as well as the job. Okay. And these are the low-hanging fruits. Okay. You do not have to wait for years, months to search for a tool. Okay. Most of the tools what I am presenting here is readily available in the market. You just need to go, find a tool and suggest your client. Many of you may not be in the finance function. You may be an auditor for your client. You may be a tax consultant for your client. Still you should go and suggest. You need to be a champion for the client. Okay. As I told, the largest revenue of Big Four comes not from audit and taxation, but from the technology consulting. Okay. So in the era of AI, you can become a technology consultant today. You do not have to think that I am not doing the accounting or I cannot do the accounting. You just need to suggest the client that yes, because most of the time, if the small and medium sized clients, okay, you are dealing with, they are not aware about what is going in the technology market. So if you become their champion and improve their process, your relationship and your income with that client will significantly jump. Okay. So ARAP automation you can suggest the client. GL coding, reconciliation automation you can suggest your client. Statement preparation tool. In fact, our friend Ganesh has developed a fantastic tool on the financial statement preparation. They will automate your financial statement now. Okay. Cost and automate your financial statement. So some of the facts I wanted to present what is going on in the global stage on the AI adoption, and this is all published data so that you guys can understand that if you have not already adopted and learning AI, you are already far behind. The 65% of the global CFO is already prioritizing AI for efficiency gains, and these are all published report in the market. Organization adopting AI in finance report up to 70% reduction in the manual processing. Okay, and this is not a story. These are all based on the real data. Just think about that. In a scenario today when we are struggling to find the good resource, okay, it takes months and weeks for our HR team to hire people who can do a job. In that, if any AI tool is telling you they will reduce your effort by 50%, 60%, 70%, and it comes with a fraction of the cost of the manual team members. And if you don't go for it, then your client will go from you, and that is for sure. AI-driven finance tools projected to contribute over 10 billion in revenues and cost saving over the next few years. Now let's look at what is the status of AI adoption in India. That is very, very important. We can talk about the globe, but when we talk about India, the adoption is still less. So let's look into that. So 73% of the large Indian enterprise plan to invest in AI for the finance automation within next 12 months itself. Large enterprise, they cannot wait anymore. They have a huge pressure from the investor, from the market to show what saving they are bringing through AI. But at the same time, the small enterprise or the medium enterprise, they are technically unaware. Okay, so it is our duty as a finance professional, as a CA in practice, to make them aware what all AI tools they can use and benefit from them, and they can accelerate the growth of their business. Okay, if your client's margin will improve, they will be able to invest money in the marketing and grow their business. And if their business grows, ultimately you guys will grow. 40 to 60% reduction in the invoice processing times. Okay, to 60% of the processing time and the manual effort for the invoice processing itself. India's AI market for enterprise finance expected to cross approximately $1 billion in the next 2 years itself. So that is going to be a huge market for the AI. So if as a CA in practice or in a job, if you are adopting AI and you are suggesting your clients, your company to move to AI tools, enhance the process, enhance the accuracy, you will be called the champions. Okay, even if you are in a job, your performance will be measured completely different if you are a AI implementation champion. Some of our clients talk to us that they are selling our product internally because you need an internal people to sell the product. Okay, so they have gone and sold to their management how implementing AI tool like us will benefit them and have a cost saving, and based on that they have got the promotion. Okay, so whether you are in practice or job does not matter. You need to learn and adopt AI. Definitely there will be a lot of challenges, and as a CFO, as a CA in practice, we need to advise the client how to navigate these challenges. Okay, the data quality and system fragmentation. So currently, even in the large enterprise, small enterprise does not matter. The data is in various sources. Okay, something will be in the Tally, something will be in the separate CRM, something will be in the Excel. So a lot of data into a lot of places. So data quality is an issue. If you do a garbage in, you will get garbage out only. So definitely there are a lot of tools that come to sanitize the data and consolidate the data at one place. So that will be helpful. But yes, this may be a barrier for effective implementation of the AI tool. Change management and workforce readiness. This is going to be a biggest challenge. Even we find this enterprise client, the people are averse to change. Okay, why? Because everybody has a fear that, and more particularly in the AI field, that if the organization will implement the AI, their job will go away. Definitely there will be some impact. I am not telling there will be no impact, but it will open up a lot of other opportunity as well, and it is non-negotiable. Okay, if you think that your client can still continue with the manual accounting and you are not suggesting them any automation tool, let me tell you, there is a high chance that they may disengage you because you are not adding any value to their process. Okay, so you have to think outside the box and suggest and help them to change management. See where the resources can reallocate, how to grow their business so that resources can be reallocated. Need for AI governance and auditability, and this is one of the biggest concern for the AI. Okay, as a CA in practice, we can become champion and suggest the client how can we improve their auditability within the AI environment. Definitely, we may have to learn the various tools, but this will be a game changer, and this will be a new revenue line for the CA in practice. Balancing automation with control. So definitely a lot of automation can be done through AI, but you have to put checks and balances, and this is where your valuation will come to the client. At what point you have to do a checks and balances. I'll just give you an example, non-finance example. Okay, I have automated my LinkedIn account with AI. Okay, I do not need to do any posting. I have developed a tool. I am a finance guy, not a tech guy. I have developed the tool by myself. Okay, where I have given them only the high level highlight of the topic I want to post in the LinkedIn, and I have defined the strategy and the frequency. The tool is automatically going on a defined date, writing what post needs to be posted, verifying it through another tool. Okay, and I have just put a manual control. I am giving an example of what control we can put. So instead of automatically posting, I don't know what they will post with my account. So I put a manual control that I will just read, verify and click verify. The moment I will click verify, it will go and post. So this is where as an CA, you have to play a bigger role with the organization, identify what controls they should put in place. And this will be a very, very big revenue generation tool I will use for the CA in practice. So this is the building blocks for the autonomous CFO office, as I mentioned. AI-driven invoice processing and management, real-time validation, multi-layer approval, continuous compliances, predictive insight for cash flow working. All this will happen through AI. So the CFO office in future is going to be autonomous. There will be no much need of the manual activity, but yes, a lot of controls we as a CA has to advise to our clients so that during our audit it does not become a roadblocker. This is how the future autonomous CFO office will look like. 90% of the transactional finance will be touchless. Whether it's AP, AR, reconciliation, everything will go touchless. Okay. Real-time AI generated financial statement. As I told you, we already have a couple of tools in the market. The adoption in the next 5 years, the adoption will increase at a very high speed. Okay, so final takeaway. Action point for the finance leaders. Start small. Do not wait for doing everything together. Okay. Identify in your client which all area you can help them automate, and automate critical pain points which is taking a lot of manual effort and having a lot of error. Do not try to automate something which is not already broken. Okay, let it be there. You can take it up at the last. Upskill your team. That is important for the AI-enabled finance function. Okay, if your team is not upskilled, technically they will be outdated and organization will be removing them. So it is our responsibility to help our team to upskill themselves so that they are ready for the future. Partner with technology enabler focused on the AI for finance. Okay, you cannot do everything for yourself. Okay, even if you are a technology company, say we are a technology company, we cannot do everything ourselves. So we partner with a lot of other AI enabler companies to help the client automate end to end. Embrace AI or risk falling behind. And this is very, very critical. Okay, if you want to move ahead, you want to be successful in tomorrow's time, you must adopt AI and must help your client implement AI, whether you are CA in practice, whether you are doing audit, taxation, consulting, accounting, does not matter. You must need to adopt AI and help your client to adopt AI. Okay, so that's it. So thank you very much guys for listening, and yeah, hand over to Ganesh.
What an incredible session. session. A huge thank you to CA Vikash Mandavewala sir for that insightful presentation. We would now like to invite CA Ganesh Kumar.
So the event organized by the ICI was a wonderful event. More than 1600 people, all chartered accountants joined this conference, and it was wonderful, packed till last. Okay, and here in this conference we have launched our product Zero Touch Vendor Invoice Processing. This Zero Touch Vendor Invoice Processing eliminates the manual accounting done by the accountant and saves the time of the accounting team by 90%. Okay, and we guarantee a 99% accuracy for this AI powered tool, and it will save significant time, and most importantly, more than the money, it will save the pain points what all the organizations are going in finding and hiring the right talent. And our zero touch invoice processing tool, it will read the invoice from your email and do all the heavy lifting, like typing the GL code classification, the TDS classification, HSN code classification. Everything will be done by the AI tool, and it will be pushed through your approval metrics based on the amount, and then pushed to the ERP without any effort. Whether you are on Zoho, whether you are in Tally, whether NetSuite, SAP B1, all accounting ERP available in the world, we are integrated, and it's a seamless effort. We give you go live in just 3 days, and there is a 100% money back guarantee in implementing our tool. If you are not satisfied, no money to be paid. Okay, and you pay only when you save your time and effort and the cost in your company. If you are not able to get benefit, you don't pay us anything. And this tool is going to be a game changer. We are India's first zero touch vendor invoice processing tool. Nobody has developed this tool which guarantees 90% effort saving and 99% accuracy. Definitely there are other tools available in the market, but the 99% accuracy, including the multi-page invoices, even if you have invoices for 10 page, 15 page, 20 page, our tool is capable to read that and classify everything accurately. Even we are in the multi-language, whether your invoice is in Hindi, English or any other local language. Even we are working with one Thailand-based client where the invoice in the local Thailand language, that also getting processed correctly. Okay, so this is completely a seamless tool, and it will enhance and help small and medium enterprises to adopt technology at a much cheaper cost than the global competition. Thank you.
For all of you in terms of showcasing something innovative. Again, I don't know how much of technology can support me today, because I'm trying to do something very interesting. Let me see how much best that I can bring it up. So what exactly this whole interaction is about? You have heard everyone talking about AI, disrupting, the technology is taking the shape and all of these. Yes, there is no second thought about it, and there is so much of buzz that is going across. Now, with all of those buzz, where is the whole endpoint reaching towards? Okay. I see there is only one word that goes whenever we talk of the buzz, that is data. Okay. Everyone that is looking across, everywhere that you see, the word data is the one which is sounding, and Vikas ji was also mentioning on the chat GPT reducing its prices, so many things. Why are they all doing it? Right? So simple reason is that they want more and more localization data. Every corporation here is for a $1 billion or $1 trillion business. So what all the corporations have seen, I know it's going to be a challenge now. What all the corporations have seen across, thanks. So what all corporations have seen across is how can we get more and more data, and how can we make it more trainable, and how can we get more leverage in terms of the training and the modeling and all of this. If you see at our CA officers level, today, prima facie, let's say the Gemini's, Claudes, or any of the Chat GPTs, why have they left it many a times for free? Predominantly for it to learn more and more. Now, while it is excessively used, in our profession we deal with something which is more sensitive many a times than doctors deal with. That is financial information. But the biggest question that comes up, it would be a notice that I have received from income tax or a GST audit notice. All our data is going back. It's accumulating. We don't know when it's going to happen. So I thought, why do we not talk something on the lines of building our own private GPT? Okay, is it possible? So what exactly we mean by a private GPT? A private GPT is something which can run on your own systems, does not require any internet, does not require any cloud. Again, I would urge many of you to go back to your GPTs and look at the settings. So there is a specific option which tells, do you want to submit the data for data modeling and training, right? The public URLs, and today many people are able to access your data if you have accidentally clicked on any of the privacy norms that are not included across. Or let's say, for example, if we simply, I'm not generalizing, but in a regular parlance, you need a quick response, put that onto the GPT, get an immediate response out of it, make some tweaks, take it back. Yes, our purpose is getting served. There is no second thought about it. But where is the concept of privacy? I don't know if you have seen a recent data leakage out of OpenAI. If any of you are using the public share option that is out there on the chat GPT. Let's say if you are using, there is also an option to use the, I know I have the last and hard job. Being through 2 days of sessions on back-to-back technical ones, GST, income tax, and lastly now on the making this possible. You scare many people, you tell profession is in this mode, all such things. So I thought this time I can make something more interesting. Generally, hello everyone, I am Ganesh Kumar, Chartered Accountant and CEO of Sheshi AI. We have been in the segment of financial reporting in India in the section of AI, and our primary product FR is in the industry since almost 3 years. Our primary motto happens to be making the complete automation and AI driven financial reporting. One of the major challenges in the finance domain is completely building a financial report from a manual approach to an automated and AI driven approach. Our product FR is driving across multiple organizations both in India and outside India. Our latest version on FR 2.0 is enabling all multinationals and medium and small size enterprises to prepare their financials of monthly, annually, quarterly, all of these in a quick time. What generally takes close to about 10 to 15 days is crunched to a less than 1 to 2 hours. Not just the financial reports in any other segment, including that of monthly MIS, consolidations, currencies, multiple gaps, all of these are fully automated and brought into a sphere. In fact, for chartered accountants, we have a special edition where they can even get a print ready and sign ready outputs. That means out of our application, you can just take the outputs and simply sign them and provide it to your compliance requirements. So that's the change, that's the revolution that we are bringing. So this is driven by Indian Atmanirbhar approach. So the complete team is based out of India, and we are developing for the global products onto it. Looking forward for all of you to more and more embrace this. Thanks a lot. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಗಣೇಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್. ನಾನು ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಗೂ CEO ಶೇಷಿ AI ಎಂಬುವಂಥ ಕಂಪನಿಯಿಂದ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವ್ಯಾಪಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಪಾರದ ವರ್ಷಾಂತಿಕ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟು, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದು ಭಾಳ ಸಮಯ ಹಿಡಿಯುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರನ್ನೇ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಮಾರ್ಚಿನ ವಾರ್ಷಾಂತಿಕ ಲೆಕ್ಕಗಳನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೂ ಮುಗಿಸೋದಿರಲ್ಲ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯಗಳನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಶೇಷಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು AI ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ERPಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬುಕ್ ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವುಗಳಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಡೇಟಾವನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನೇನು ನೀವು ವಹಿವಾಟುಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡು ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ಥರದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಆ್ಯನ್ಯುವಲ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ವಾರ್ಷಾಂತಿಕ ಲೆಕ್ಕಗಳನ್ನಂತ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಆಟೋಮೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯರನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅವರಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಮಿನಿಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಭಾಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅವರ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಮೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು 15-20 ದಿವಸ ಹಿಡಿಯುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಇದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಒಂದು 2-3 ಗಂಟೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೆರವೇರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಭಾರತದಿಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ವಿತರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿಗಳು, ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥವರು ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥವರು ಬೇರೆ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿಯರೀಸು ಈ ಥರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲರದ್ದು ಏನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವರ ವಹಿವಾಟುಗಳನ್ನು, ಅವರ ಆ್ಯನ್ಯುವಲ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು, ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಎಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇದು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಭಾರತದಿಂದ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಲಗ್ಗೆ ಇಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಭಾರತದಿಂದ ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಂತೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಸಣ್ಣದು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಪರಿಶೋಧಕರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಾವು ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದನ್ನು ಆಟೋಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ವರ್ಣರಂಜಿತ, ಅಂದರೆ ಕಲರ್ಫುಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ನೀಸ್, ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಗಳು ಏನು ಅದನ್ನು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ಸ್ನ ತೆಗಿತವೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಒಂದು ಅಂಗಡಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
I know my time is limited, so I'm going to kind of keep it really crisp. I have, another 10 slides to go. But I'd love to have these, and like I said, we can decide for each one of us how we wish to view the world. But my humble request is, so how is this even relevant for me? Am I supposed to start learning technology now? Am I supposed to start learning coding? Fellow speakers will speak more about that, but technology is being increasingly democratized. The usage of technology, terms of reskilling, the usage of technology. And to be a part of this game, I think there are two aspects of this. When we look at automation itself of repetitive tasks, and finance have technology to use to automate those repetitive tasks. Okay, the second is really which tasks or which processes within finance to pick up for automation. The second part of this challenge is is a far bigger challenge for massively. There's no dearth of technology. There's actually no dearth of technology. Liquidity or working capital based on the changing market dynamics, and something like tariffs, which was never, changing customer behavior, new product introductions, the innovations, the multiple things which emerge from both within and outside the organization. And so, from predictive insights and analytics to the derivation of the insights from whatever analytics is predicts, or even to look at its accuracy, is something that each one of us are in the best position to do. Real-time decision making is another huge area of interest for organizations, and there's a huge potential lying with a confluence of technology coupled with functional expertise. Real-life situation, what we did for Aditya Birla Renewables, is in the green energy space, and they were struggling with a lot of documents, underlying data. They had to do the validations of the KYC information of the suppliers. And all of that was being done manually. They were growing very cumbersome, relying on people, and they wanted to set up shared services as well for that. And second, from the downstream invoice automation perspective, so they were running volumes, lakhs of invoices, which is something that they were doing. The look and feel of the solution is going to be. So as a result of the UI UX, farmers were able to actually do the onboarding, a completely automated process with complete compliance is built into it, and real time in your brochure. Where there is a note by the CIO, Mr. Prem Udevarma, on his experience with it a lot. So now you don't need templates for actually doing invoice trainings. Typically what they would do is, invoices come in multiple formats from suppliers. Your journal entry posting, recon, whether it's your vendor, customer, tax, GST recon, the beautiful processes for picking up for automation with RPA. Robotic process automation, which has seen the light of the day since 2016. and now moving forward into agentic AI. So looking at agentic AI, which can actually perceive information. So RPA can actually take on, it's a rules-driven process, so it can take on, the different tasks and stitch it together and put together the complete automation. But with agentic AI, it's going to be able to perceive that information, take action, and also make decisions. It will actually work like your agent. It is an extended agent. Think about it like an AP processor or a finance processor. These can actually be done with agents, which are AI agents, and that's something that's coming up in a very, very big way in finance. It's important for us to embrace it and see how we can actually be leading this whole thing as a result of the deep functional expertise that each one of us have got. Integrations from a security perspective, all of that are real threats to the organization. Predictive and prescriptive analytics, so not only looking at analytics per se from the data sets, but also forecasting and estimating and predicting and doing scenario planning based on that. AI-driven compliance and regulatory adherence, as well as AI-driven finance ecosystem. So looking at a fully automated AI-powered finance function within an organization. This is actually upper mid to large enterprise customers every week, and the conversations are really fueling a lot around how they can place AI in the entire journey. But again, coming back to my very first point, which processes